Hello, my name is Heather Burke and this is assignment number 4 for PIDP 3250, and today I'll be talking about set 33, Jigsaw. So let's start by explaining the strategy and best practices of the Jigsaw method. The Jigsaw is a research-based cooperative learning technique. It was created in the 1970s by Elliot Aronson. Just as in a jigsaw puzzle, each piece, each student's part, is essential for the completion and full understanding of the final product. The first thing you'll do is divide all your students into 4 to 6 equally sized groups. Then you'll create a series of topics, and the important thing is that the number of topics must equal the number of groups you have. Then you'll place all your students into their groups. So group A will be given a topic and they will become an expert on this one topic. So the classroom's going to look like this. You're going to have 4 different groups or 6 different groups all around the classroom, all working on one topic. So group A is working on topic A. Group B is working on topic B, and so forth. Once the experts have learned their material, you're going to rearrange your groups. And this time you'll have one expert on each topic at every table. And then each student is in charge of teaching the rest of the group about their course material. So person A will teach B, C, and D about their material. And when they're done, person B will then teach A, D, and C about their course material. And you'll do this until everyone in the class has learned all the parts of the course material. If you have an odd number of students, that's fine. You can have 2 experts at one table if needed. So this is what your classroom will look like. Now you've got the same amount of groups, but the groups are mixed this time, and the students are communicating with each other and learning about the course material. It's very important to do a debrief at the end of the activity. So come back together, have each group talk about how their teaching experience went, and then ask if there's any remaining questions. Make sure that everyone understands all the topics before you end your class. So what are the roles of the educator and the learner? The most important role of the educator in the Jigsaw activity is the planning stage. And this is from Elizabeth Barkley's textbook. The topic needs to be simple enough for students to teach it to their peers, but complex enough to require discussion. You'll also need to prepare reading materials for the experts to review. During the activity, the job of the educator is to be a facilitator. Your job is to step back and make sure that everyone's communicating well and that everyone's participating, and to be there to answer questions when needed. So the instructor will facilitate a short debrief session and answer any remaining questions. Now the learners also have a role in this. When they're in their expert groups, they need to be actively engaged. They need to communicate well with their group. They need to be able to review the material so that they can learn it well enough that they can teach it. And then they have to practice their teaching methods for when they break up into separate groups. Once they're in their mixed groups, they need to be able to speak clearly and confidently, explain their material. They need to be able to listen to the others and learn from other students. And if they don't understand, they need to be able to ask questions and clarification. Pros and cons of this strategy. This strategy promotes communication and active learning. It promotes creativity. And as the experts learn their material, they develop a deeper understanding of that material. It's also a very fun but challenging activity. However, if the course material is too difficult or easy, it risks failure. Some groups may be easily distracted and may start talking about non-course related material. Some students may find the teaching section difficult, and if they cannot teach it to their group, then their peers will not learn that topic. And some groups may finish at different times in other groups, which means the classroom could get loud near the end of the day as people start to go off topic. How to implement this strategy? I'm going to use hypertension as an example as how you could use the Jigsaw method in a health class. If the overall topic is hypertension, Group A could do causes of hypertension. Group B could do signs and symptoms of hypertension. Group D could do treatment for hypertension. And the last group could do the role of ultrasound in hypertension. And by the end of their lecture, they'll know everything they need to know about hypertension. So to review, the Jigsaw activity is a cooperative learning activity that promotes student engagement, communication skills, and helps foster a better understanding of the material. But remember that it requires careful planning to ensure success. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my screencast.